Rock and roll! It's taken me so long. Oh God, to get the table set up and the thingies plugged in. And hi, technology. Get the thingy plugged in. That's about as sophisticated as I get around this. The gear. I was gonna do a spread that rough, I used to do this one often. It's a way to pull 3 cards and get a sense of a situation. And the 3 roughly speak to a timeline, a trajectory, what happened, where you are now, you've landed someplace, take a snapshot, and where you might be headed. And then, clarify it well. And it doesn't, you could be anywhere on this timeline, or it might not be yours. You don't have to stuff yourself into a reading that doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, if it feels like, oh God, that's not me, probably not you. So it's some of us. It's some of us. Timeline. Where we're coming from, Knight of Swords. Where we are now, 6 of Swords. On the move. 10 of Wands. What's the trajectory? Well, it seems to me something was said, sword energy, that may have been off the top of somebody's head. Sword energy usually speaks to somebody thinking something through, but I'm getting in this case it was just like, think it, say it. And it may have come across as emphatic or angry or cutting or something like that. It may have been something somebody said to you, and it prompted you just to move on. To a calmer place where you don't have this kind of, it's almost like somebody was yelling in your ear. Trying to lecture you or something like that. So you moved on, and where you are, your trajectory is toward 10 of Wands, the closing out of a cycle. And I like the way it's depicted in this deck because it looks to me like this person is holding the steering wheel. On the move, have somehow lightened the load, 10 of Wands, put down some kind of heavy weight that wasn't perhaps ours to begin with. And moving on, 6 of Swords, and steering the boat with this kind of, the bear, almost like ancestors whispering directions. Kind of a healing touch of the bear spirit. Something's come out of hibernation and is waking up, finding a direction, having jettisoned some kind of extra weight. So can you tell us about, this is an awfully big deck, can you tell us about the Knight of Swords? I'm going to do a little shuffle and then I'm going to just draw them off the top. Knight of Swords, Okay, bottom of the deck, Five of Cups. Somebody may be telling you, move on, drop the burden, move on from the sadness. Okay, don't get ahead of me. I'll move on from the sadness. I gotta flip the deck. Toward this new beginning for yourself. You know, put down other people's issues and burdens and, you know, take a load off, Fanny. That's a song called The Weight from a band called The Band, and check them out if you don't know them already. Under Knight of Swords, Princess of Pentacles. I think that's who the Knight of Swords is talking to, or at least thinking about talking to, with a bit of a mansplaining kind of attitude. And this is somebody who's secure, who's in Pentacles energy. You know, they have tangible things to offer. They're of value, and what they offer is of value, even in a practical way. Pentacles energy, practical magic. And again, we have the bear and these other animal spirit guides or familiars. This person's very, you know, knows their place in nature, feels it. I mean, that sounds so weird. Well, let's see. Two of Pentacles. I like how in this depiction it looks like the plant itself. There's the root system. There's what's growing. Over time, something will show itself. Does indicate a change of some sort, a decision. But it's something viable. So I think this is the you, and I think we describe them, Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands. I think. In any case, somebody who is secure and fresh. It's like new growth. Has made a choice. And it's taking root. It was a sound choice. Four of Swords, to heal. Again, it's sword energy, but look, this person's underground. You know, it's almost like they're down there with the bears again, in hibernation. Their thinking brain has gone to sleep. They're not done. In traditional Rider-Waite, it's got a knight in the tomb, the sepulcher. But he's resting, he's recuperating, he's healing, he, she, they. And the same thing is happening here. And it's not solely through sword energy, you know, through thinking about it. It's through giving the brain a rest. Going into that kind of visionary state of hibernation where the ancestors talk to you. They do the talking. This person is also holding some sort of red amulet, or I think it's the way this person receives I don't have one on today, receives the messages. because they're getting the messages from the guides. Once they go into the quiet, their brain goes quiet. And they do this on purpose. And the purpose is to heal. To heal some kind of emotional loss so that they can have this new beginning. Life force energy, wands energy. This is about feelings, right? Cups energy. And those divisions obviously aren't as stark as they seem in a reading. Everything blends in real life. Where does it begin? Where does it end? What's me? What's them? Tarot's pretty good at being amorphous like that, but obviously real life, oddly enough, rather than having sharper edges, has blurrier edges. Ace of Wands, the new beginning, yes. King of Wands. Wow. King of Wands, I mean, it's a king, first of all. So it's like the highest embodiment of that particular energy. In this case, Wands energy, which is life force, purpose, passion. This is sort of the emperor in minor arcana. The guy the individual who does it, who's out there, they're not hiding anything. They're like, I'm the go-to guy. They've somehow come out of sadness, Five of Cups, and regained, taken up the wand. Taken up the opportunity to shine, to lead, to do. It's a lot of Leo energy here. Or, fire sign energy. And you may be, grounded in yourself, rooted in place. I was thinking this morning of a quote about, I don't know who said it, but wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. Pentacles speak to place and time and where you are planted. This person is the soul of a place, or, has kind of staked some kind of claim to themselves. Might have to do with some kind of empowerment that they draw from where they've been, because this is the where they've been spot. What happened. And they're able to draw some kind of healing power. Four of Swords, at least in the future. Oh, Ro. She's going into the cupboard behind me. She's on the move. They're pulling in the healing energy in a kind of passive way by letting the ancestors do the work. By allowing the influences of the people who came before, accept their protection. While somebody's in this passive place, they're well protected. All right, let's get 4 over here. Let me move these over so I don't bash the mic. To see what's going on with this Princess of Pentacles person who's made a choice to heal. It involves some withdrawal. Okay. on Princess of Pentacles. And going forward, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Princess of Pentacles, Two of Cups. I think this person, this Princess of Pentacles person, may be sort of, I was going to say reinventing themselves, but not in any way of like, you know, poof, look what I've become. I've chosen to be this person. This is sort of like, this is who they authentically are. Clarified by Two of Cups. It might be sort of like, she says, here I am, you know, in the flesh, here I am. What's that? It's Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. And I can't quite remember the name, it'll come to me. But she says to him at one point, I'm just a girl standing here asking you to love me. You know, be the soul of that. But it's not like a, please love me. You know, it's very strong. Somebody who knows themselves and is saying, you know, it's very vulnerable and very, this person's both vulnerable and completely sure of themselves. Well, completely, it's a page energy, but it's sort of like, I know how I got here. And she has her hand over her heart. I mean, in the past, in that past position, a real, a very strong connection. Eight of Pentacles. You know, it's the moon phases, it's the wheel of time, it's feminine energy of the moon growing and depleting, growing into all the cyclical stuff, right? And there's something about that too, you know, this business of the hand, the hands. Where are the hands? Up here. The handprints, you know, on those cave walls. They'll have the handprint, you know, where somebody like put ash or henna or something in their mouth and went and left their handprint on the wall. You know, I was here. Handprint. I was here. There's something a little bit poignant about it because I don't know if this person is still there. Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. I am here, then, it is. Eight Pentacles plus Two of Pentacles is 10 of Pentacles. That's sort of like the full Mahdi. That's going the distance. The trajectory, then, that third card may well be you know, I've loved you. Sorry, I was looking up at the light. I've loved you. You know, I'm doing the work somehow of being here. In Pentacles energy, being real, doing the work, leaving my handprint on something. Eight of Swords. the eagle is flying free from this sword trap. It's almost like Aquarian energy flying. You know, in traditional Rider-Waite, Eight of Swords is the mental cage. Here we've got this sort of Aquarian energy of flying up and out, getting a clearer vision of something. And in this case, usually there's a woman kind of at the center of the cage. In this case, there's the heart. Eight and 8 is 16. 16 is Tower. That makes sense. The future involves somebody getting out of the cage, maybe of not being able to talk about it or think about it, understand it. A refusal to know something. But the cage, that Eight of Swords containment, with these 2 8s is blown up. Sorry, I'm near the mic. I'm just so not used to. You'd think I'd be used to it by now. But here it's really a card of liberation. The eagle is out, the genie's out of the bottle, things won't be the same. We're no longer constrained by some outmoded situation, a tower situation. And maybe even something to do with the cave. It could be one person was in a mental block, one person was somehow so deeply rooted that it was almost like they were in a cave, like hermit energy. And it's something I think that this person may cyclically need to go back to kind of ground themselves. It's a card of work, and if 2 of Cups isn't work, I don't know what. I don't know what. 7 of Swords. This can be a card of deception. It's, kind of I can't believe my eyes. The white stag is a mystical, you can't catch it creature. And there's a sort of breach of water between, the lighting sucks. You can't quite get there from here. Not by thinking about it anyway, sword energy. Somehow we're out of 6 of Swords, moving on to a clearer place. And it might be just, the white stag was always pursued and never caught. Moving on from the illusion of something by putting down the burden. 10 of Wands. Shit, man, I can tell we're getting into a couple more. Tell us about the burden. That might be clarifying. Moving on from the burden of deception, because this person is now steering their own ship. Knight of Cups. Coming in with some sort of love offer. in the future, once they've put down this burden. It's almost like chariot energy. I can move forward in Cups energy, to show my feelings, but I have to move on from some I was stuck trying to understand something that wasn't accessible to me. I think this person may be giving up trying to understand Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who's coming in to say, I want a real reciprocal relationship. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, 12 is Hangman. Somebody wanted a real reciprocal relationship, and maybe this person is only now moving on, Six of Swords, from this illusion that they could always elude understanding. Like, you can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man, You think you'll figure me out? No way. I'll be off like the mystical buck. That just sounds dramatic, a little bit melodramatic to me. Whatever it is, it does allow this person to move out of some kind. They were locked into some sort of sadness. There were certain emotions they couldn't let go of. But see how big the Two of Cups is here? There are these three spilled, but this person is bracketed by, the hope of this. The hope of that. One more on this row. Princess of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. What's the upshot? High Priestess. That's great. I think part of it is this person, this earth energy going to ground to heal person. They're gonna enter into the realm of the mystery. They're not going to be able to talk about it. Sword energy hibernating. At least for a good amount of time. They're not going to come out of this hibernation and say, this is how you do it, see? This is how I did it. I just went to ground and healed. This is sort of sacred knowledge that can't be imparted by talking about it. It can be somehow transmitted through a silence. Spoken in this new way that involves not speaking. And that's somehow how the connection, because High Priestess is, I see, largely water energy. That's how the connection is formed and, maintained. This web of connection between these two things. Maybe you can't speak about it, but you feel it, and you feel it deeply, Both of you do. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Yeah. The trajectory looks really good, I have to say. These are the trajectory bits. divine feminine, masculine taking action, almost like a minor arcana emperor, and they're the two meeting in the middle. You know, this is sort of like action in the 3D realm, and she's all about the spiritual realm of the unknown. She knows it, but she can't talk about it. But between the two of them, they can feel it. You know, they can feel it. Yeah, okay. See you next time. Thanks to you all for your watching this, and, you know, please like it if you like it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this channel. It will circulate it more through YouTube, so more people get to see it. And yeah, if you feel and you know, you can also join. That's a possibility. You know, probably the biggest gift to the channel right now is just to subscribe. We're really like a juggernaut. We're gaining some energy, and it's pretty exciting. Okay. Love you guys.